So, uh, there's a scripture that says, that I shared before. It says, when we die, the body goes back to the ground, the spirit goes back to God. So, what about the animal spirits? There's a lot of things that we don't know. And, I don't know if it's bad to assume or not. I mean, you can't assume. Your mind tends to play things whether or not you try to hold it back or not. Your mind is just progressive thinker. So you say, what about the animal spirits? I believe that there's a lot of spirits are being recycled. So, for instance, the 10 plagues. All those frogs and all those bugs, the little spirits. Bugs have spirits too. They have some kind of. Oh, well, I don't know what kind of spirit they have. It's very. I believe it's different because the DNA is what's carrying the information. When I told you before, the blood has the spirit inside it. That's why the blood is sacred, and the blood, the blood, the blood. The blood in the DNA is the information, and I believe also holds the spirit. Because nothing. What else is going to hold your spirit? Your brain. Your brain is for information. Your heart is to move the blood, and the blood is the information and the spirit. The DNA also, deoxyribonucleic acid. So bugs usually have green. When you squish them, they're green blood. I don't know what exactly that means, but they're still able to move around and things like that. And they have, they're not robots. So how are they moving around? They must have some little spirit. So I believe, I'm not saying 100% what happens to all the humans. I believe different things happen to different humans. But we're talking about other spirits, animal spirits, bug spirits. I believe they're recycled, just like the things here on Earth are recycled. As above, so below, and you hear that a lot of times. As above, so below. Kingdom and earth, heaven, earth, heaven, or as above, so below, the different realms and stuff. So, we're just talking about the one book right now. We're not bringing up other books right now. So, on Earth, you have water being recycled. Okay, water falls down, and it goes back up. Your body's recycled. When you pass, your body just goes back to the dust, and that's recycled. When you take a dump, all that's recycled. When you eat food, all that has been recycled for who knows how many thousands of years. That food you've been eating, it's been recycled who knows how many times in a process of nature. Circle of life, circle, process. Just because things happen here doesn't mean it's different somewhere else. It's relatively the same concept. So here, because so many things is recycled, I believe a lot of spirits, or some people call them souls, are recycled. Some souls or spirits are recycled in heaven. And who's in charge of that? I don't know. I've never been to heaven. I've never been to the other realms. But I'm 100% sure that many of them are recycled. Because if they weren't recycled, then they would just be continuously. Progression is a key thing too. I think somewhere along you always progress, right? Because when you're a baby, right, you progress to you walk and then you run. I've talked about this before. Then you become an adult, and your mind is always learning new information. So when you're a child, if we had perfect minds, then we would remember everything we've learned from childhood until now. If we had perfect memories, but we don't. But life is about a lot of different things. One of those things is progression. Okay, progress. Okay, so it can be hard sometimes to progress if something's always being recycled. But the information is always there. The earth is always being updated, like a system. Like a CPU. It's always being updated. So some information travels spontaneously. Instant transmission. It's transmitted information without moving through time, space. It's instantly transmitted. It's a lot of information. What else was I gonna say? So I believe here and there that there's progress in all systems, because systems always get smarter. Okay, so like AI, you put AI in front of a computer. You put AI in front of a new video game like Atari, which they've done. At first, it doesn't know anything. What's going on? What is this game? And so it starts figuring out. By the end of the day, it's learned the game faster than any human can play the game possible. Okay, but at first it doesn't understand anything about the game. But because the computer has a perfect computer type memory, it begins to learn the game way faster and then just connect all the dots, right? For me, I'm a slow learner. I eat fast food. My mind is kind of slower learner. But once I get the information, I can move a lot faster throughout the information. But so like I said, I don't know a lot, and I don't know. I haven't researched a lot yet about the green blood of the bugs. I don't know anything about that right now. I need to research that. But I know they have spirits because they're animated. I mean, plants, you say, oh, does a plant have a spirit? It's biological, but it's not animated like a bug. Certain bugs, centipedes, let's say bigger bugs, centipedes, crickets, grasshoppers, bees. They're bigger bugs and they have some type of spirit. They're not like grass is just kind of like biological, but it is not, and it's animated, but it doesn't have any senses. It can't see. Well, I don't know how it sees. I'm sure it can see. A certain one could be like, oh no, they can see. Like they can feel the light, yeah, but I don't know if they can smell, see, taste. They don't have, the six senses, or they're in the same spot. Like they're not. You say, oh, the Venus flytrap. The Venus flytrap is. There's all possibilities, right, with plants. You can keep going on and on about different crap they can do, but I don't believe. I don't know if plants have spirits or not. I'm not talking about plants. You are. No, I'm just kidding. Talking about bugs. Maybe bugs have spirits. If not, I don't know what they're being animated with. Where they're, okay, so animals, right? Even in the Bible it says they have spirits and bodies like humans. They're just not as, intelligent or whatever it is the case. So, yeah, I believe they're being recycled. Their souls or their spirits being recycled when they pass. So I believe I'm not sure if their souls remember the past or they're wiped out. Because there's some things like, some people. Okay, like Jesus didn't know he had a previous life until he was 35 and baptized, and his life in heaven. So I'm not saying we came from heaven because, some people believe that we're always recycled. Just when you go up, you come back down, and all these different things. But I know a certain form of life is recycled. I'm not saying all of it is recycled because that's not true either. But, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hope you enjoyed this video. You know what I'm saying? Think about stuff, other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, and share. You know what I'm saying? And peace. Like, become a Patreon member today for only $1. You know what I'm saying? Peace out.